back on episode 3, Lowriders and Lloyd. I got my boy Big erndog in the house out of Westbound Car Club. You know what it is. I want to give a shout out to Stay Up Movement for the sunglasses. Also my homeboy Simple Clothing brand. Dope stuff, you guys check them out. So what's up, welcome back, here we go. I told you guys it was coming. I wanted to get a lot of car content, a bunch of guys from different clubs. Ernie's a rider. For about a year he came passing by my house, I'm telling you, and I would be sitting on my couch and I'd hear this dude boom, 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 banging it down the street. By the time I'd catch him, he'd always be right at the stop sign, and he has an orange Blazer. I was like, man, I gotta see this fool. So one day I was actually out here and I pulled out and we actually got to talking, and we've been hitting the switch on each other ever since. So welcome, bro. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, I wanted to show some love, man. You're always out there. You stay one of the main people that stay on the switch. I mean, you're bumpering this thing. I don't see anyone really doing it.
It is what it is, you know.
Yeah,
you can't be afraid to hit your own switch, you know. If you're not gonna hop it, you know, what's the point of having hydro?
Exactly, that's the way I see it. There's no fun when you can't hit no switch. I like the classics, just plain original,
right.
And I enjoy the drive, but I don't have anywhere near the enjoyment I do when I'm in my lowrider.
Exactly.
So, how long you been in Westbound Car Club?
Well, you know what? I've been in since going on 2 years now. March 5th actually was 2 years.
Oh, okay.
They gave me my plaque. I was around, you know, the club for like 2 months. So like, the next month, March 5th, I got my plaque.
And how did you end up with the S10?
With the S10, you know what? It's funny because the way I got into the club was my brother-in-law. With my sister, you know what, put me on. And then I saw that his brother owned the Blazer, all messed up and everything. You know what? I'll shoot you 1,000 cash right now. Boom. So I saw that they were trying to sell it like 5 minutes later to somebody else. Next thing you know, I come up, 5 minutes later, boom, cash. Tied on my hand, you know. Then 2.5 months later.
Were you able to drive it away at least?
Oh yeah, I took it home right away. Took it home. Took me about 2.5 months.
Was it cut when you got it?
Oh no, hell.
No, yeah.
I did everything to it, from hydros, interior, freaking paint and body, all in the backyard.
Who did most of the work?
The president did.
Did he? Yeah. Oh, you guys in your club helped you out?
Yeah.
Man, that's real. What's your president's name?
It's Roger Garcia.
Shout out to Roger Garcia.
Exactly.
That's real. That's real.
Big Roger, president of Westbound. You know, you can hit him up on Instagram under.
Absolutely. I run across the guys all the time. I show love to everybody. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily get out and be like, hey, you know, once you're on the switch and riding by, that's just the way things go. Yeah. But yeah, I see you guys out there riding, man. And I'll tell you what, you've been putting on for your club in Long Beach for, I mean, years now. I mean, my kids seen it, you know what I mean? It's always dope to see you come down the street. And a lot of people don't realize that the thing bumpers. All they have to do is look at the license plate. It's photo like a taco.
The license plate says everything.
And you, what made you choose the burnt orange, which I really like?
Well, you know what? It wasn't my choice. I was gonna go for charcoal gray, but my uncle ended up talking me into getting this color. I was trying to get candy, but you know, candy's too fragile. You get a chip, you can't just cover that chip, you know? No,
absolutely.
So we went for this color, tangerine orange.
I love it. I think it was a good choice. And it stands out like a sore thumb. I'm telling you, anytime they do the drone videos, you can see boom. I can always find my car too, that bright yellow.
Exactly. You can see it from down the street.
Did you see that air shot they did at Wilmington? If you look up in the corner, my left there on the left, I'm like, my wife was really good at that. I usually can't, but when it comes to she's like, oh, I see you. I'm like, how'd you know it's me? She's like, well, everyone's Mexican, you're not. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, shit, I thought I blended into this motherfucker. I get dark in the summer, but you know, it is what it is. So let's show everybody your setup, man. Let's show them what you got going on over there. So I'm taking you guys out here to check out his S10. Let's take a look. I want him to show you your setup. A lot of people are always asking me, hey, show the setup, how the switch works, what's this? So we're gonna give you a lesson of how his car actually is set up. So
right now, I used to run 6 batteries with the regular pump, regular dump. And then I got used to the switch happy, you know, so I wanted to go higher. I added 2 more batteries. And yes, now I do have a piston pump. So forever, you know, saying I got weight, fucking whatever, you know what? Pull up. I'm here.
There's no weight in this car. He did add a piston. So what he means by when he says he had a regular pump and a regular dump. A regular dump is usually like a China dump. or you know, not an 8X basically. And his regular one is just a gate, which is a basic motor. You can't add air into it. It does work really well and a lot of people run them, but a piston pump, you add air into it, it pushes the piston back, so it gives you more pressure so you can get higher. So do any hopping whatsoever, full 8X setup. I mean, I can't say enough good about 8X. Always stick with them. Get the competition motors, not the plain basics. I mean, just for more fun, you have a lot more breathing room. The only way I'll build my car when I'm hitting the switch is Parker check valves and 8X. So you have 2 pumps set up and how many batteries now?
I have 8 batteries now.
8 batteries.
8 batteries.
8 batteries. He just put new coils in it. He took the coils out of my 61 and they're a little high right now, so we're trying to figure them out. I'm not sure if they're too big for this car because I only cut off a quarter turn. He usually cuts off a full donut, which means a full turn. And
we'll break them in.
yeah, we're gonna break them in one way or another. All you gotta just keep swinging. They were basically brand new. I just wanted to go with the full stack on the 61, so I thought that would be the best option. So this is an 8 battery setup, 2 pump, piston to the front with an 8X. So this is a regular gate. If you want to take a closer look and you look at the block, this is the block here, this is the motor, this is your tank right here. So your gear is actually inside your tank. There's nowhere to add any air. And if you come over here to this side, it's a thicker block and it also has an air cap right here. I don't know if you can get it, but this is where you put it in. The key is when you put your air in, put maybe 20 less than what your desired you would like to have. Make sure that you lock the car all the way up in the front. You add your air and then drop it. So it gives, if you put, let's say you put 80, once you drop it off, it's close to 100. So that's the difference between a piston pump and a regular gate. A lot of people don't know. And if you look over here, these are the like regular basic dumps that he's talking about. And this, in comparison, this is an 8X. You want to show me around the ride? 13s, obviously. Got the wood grain steering wheel. And there's not a lot of these out here. There is a few, but this is one of the only ones I've seen on the bumper. Continuously for years, up and down the street, non-stop. Out to Old School Generation Car Club and Bad Boys for putting on Harbor area clubs. Bad Boys is out of Long Beach and they put on a really good backup spot. We got canceled at Rosie's for the Super Show, a little bit of discrimination. They were saying no lowriders allowed. You could come in, we could come in if we went and got our dailies. Seems kind of weird to us. We're taxpayers and homeowners, but Old School Generation and Bad Boys threw a backup spot, and I will tell you what, it was actually better than Rosie's.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, we would have been Rosie's would have been fine because you know we kept that as a tradition every year, but you know stuff happens, permits and all that.
Yeah.
But that backup spot was
really
shit.
good.
Yeah.
You were actually you could go around, make a lap, see everybody. There was probably, I would say, guesstimation 15, 20 different clubs out there. Everybody was riding, barbecuing, having a good time. They were selling tacos. My homeboy swag boy Freddie came, talked me into putting in that Joker mask again. Look, I don't like to wear that. I'm not the type of person to dress up. I hate that type of stuff. And then for the rest of the evening, it's not makeup. It's a latex mask. It has the hair, the neck. It just tucks into the shirt, but it fits to his face. But I will say this: you have to put black makeup around your eye. That's it. Like basically give yourself black eyes. Right. So ladies, what's the trick? I scrubbed my eyes until they were raw. Dude, I'm in backup spot Wilmington. All those guys over there, they do a really good show.
That shit was cracking too.
What clubs were involved with throwing that one?
Portside was the main one.
Yeah, Portside.
Portside, I mean, they're the
Streetwise, I think, was on there.
Streetwise, you know, a bunch of clubs.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but it was a really good one. So we went there afterwards. I was rolling around looking like Captain Jack Sparrows with like,
black eyes.
Dude, I looked like I had mascara on. My boys are like, "You good, Lloyd?" I'm like, "Bro, it's makeup, man. I don't know how to get the shit off." I scrubbed my eyes, and I had so much that I was like, "Are there alcohol in here?" They're like, "Nah, you're just scrubbing." So I couldn't get it off, dude. It was a nightmare. But yeah, so it's not makeup. I could never sit through that. I'm too claustrophobic. It's just a mask I can slip on and off. But yeah, that was a good time. So I look forward to more events thrown at that spot.
Oh, hell yeah.
I really love cruising it, and I hope it continues.
We'll get it done. You know, westbound and plopped out phone. We gotta get a cruise going on somehow, some way.
Yeah, man.
We'll get it done.
I used to throw them at Rosie's all the time, but as soon as the police would come and start asking for me by name, I decided it was probably best to shut it down. So westbound. So you got the history on it? Well, you guys start.
Since I've been in 2 years, I don't really know much, but we started back in 03. Stranger, rest in peace, started the club. You know, and then a couple months or a couple years later, my boy Big Roger took over the club as the president.
Maybe he still is.
Oh, and he still is. Then he's been 10 plus years.
You guys started in 03?
In 03.
So you guys are almost, what, 20, 21 years old?
We just hit 20 years back in September last year.
Wow, I think
20 years.
We just hit our 6-year anniversary. That's crazy. How many westbound riders are there in Long Beach?
Well, you know what? In Long Beach, I'm the only one.
You're the only one? Where's everybody else?
Actually, there's another one. My boy Titus.
Oh, okay.
Titus, he has a Miss Pearly, you know, Lincoln Town card.
Yeah.
He's out there too.
Where is the majority of your club?
From Inglewood.
Inglewood? Okay, so that's where it started out of,
Exactly.
Inglewood? Okay,
Yeah.
shout out Inglewood.
Yeah, that's where it started from. Right next to SoFi.
Oh, okay. You guys.
5 minutes from there, you know, we're around there.
And how many club members altogether do you think you have?
I want to say we're 10 plus,
Okay.
but obviously there's only like 5-6 cars out there, but the rest of them under construction.
Yeah, it only take. I mean, we got how it is with us. We've got a lot of guys, and there would be half the cars down. I mean, we had a really good showing at that. A lot of people pulled up that I wasn't expecting. Shout out to all my boys that pulled up. The guys that didn't pull up to the next one. But you know, it's always something. You think, oh man, I'm gonna take it out, and then something happens with your ride. Boom. You know, you're not gonna make it.
Tell me about it. Shit. That's a good you know, example. My first year that I took it out, I think it was in 2021, New Year's Day, literally New Year's Day. I was so freaking, you know, hyped. I took it out primer just to test it out.
Yeah.
Took it to the gas station, put some gas, hit the switch, boom, cylinder pops. I'm like, it is what it is. You know, my first day out with the damn truck, I'm like, fuck.
It always is, man.
It happens.
Something. Yeah.
It happens.
I'm dealing with something now. I gave myself a $700 to $1,000 budget to get it ready for the Super Show. Ended up spending close to like $3,000. And then I pull it out, take it out there, and I'm like, man, somebody's car's overheating. It's mine, dude. Cider came over, changed out all the hoses. Everyone's like, man, it's your thermostat. But I have electric fans that I turn on myself, and all your thermostat does is tell your car that, right? Turn on the fans.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think it's that. And I have a Blueprint motor. It's about 2-3 years old, I guess. And so maybe the water pump went out. I just, it's
I think it's another, you know?
Shout out to the Long Beach Fire Department. I live right by it. You can always hear them in all my videos. These guys, they're out there saving lives and putting a lot of risk. I've made some little jokes about them before, but I actually know a lot of them personally. They come down and look at my cars, and sometimes they'll see me doing stuff, and they'll do the sirens on my street, honk honk right in front, just to mess with me. And I joked back, and I said something a while back, and it offended a guy. Man, I got nothing but love for the fire department. They're great guys, you know. But yeah, they like to mess with me a lot. Like if you see that video when I'm in the Joker, they recognize me all around town. They always hit the horn.
Yeah.
We show each other love, and those guys are great. So you want to take a ride in the 61?
I'm down. I mean, you know what? It's off my bucket list for sure.
Yeah, let's get it.
That history on that car, let's do it.
Let's knock it out right now. Yeah. What's up, baby? bucket list to take a ride in the 6-1, so that's it. There'll be many more. Shit, I didn't know you wanted to. I would have took you a long time ago. Ernie for coming on season 3, episode 1.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
man. I'm glad he said that was his dream ride. So next time I get it all maintenance up, I'm gonna let him give it up a couple times in the switch too, man. Get the feel of it.
Just two.
Did you notice that they're on the right hand side?
Oh, I know.
Because they
like,
have, you know why? They have that weird little top switch. It's like a toggle. So it's hard. I'm gonna have a guy actually eventually run one over there just so I can have one on the left hand, but I've used it and been driving this one for so long. I think I'm right-handed now. Now I can do it out of the door a lot easier. Yeah, but I want to be able to hop it out of the door, outside the door. You know,
that's what I want to do. Put an extra switch on the, on the left side. I mean, I got the outside switch too, but I gotta get used to that.
Yeah, I'm no good on the cord. So, anyways, you guys stay tuned. We got a lot of cool stuff coming season 3. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. We'll catch you soon. Lowriders and Lloyd. Take it easy.
Cool.